Hi, I'm Kiki Wolfkill with 343 Industries. I am the studio head for transmedia for Halo. So as studio head for transmedia, I really look at how we tell stories across a lot of different mediums for Halo and how we expand the universe and how we engage new audiences. I get to have consumer products and toys and all of that in my group, so I really get to look at how we express our Halo universe in different ways. I also work on the television series and a lot of the efforts we're doing to sort of expand where Halo is and work with the game teams on really how we tell story across all of our experiences. So we've been really happy with the Halo Championship Series and what we've been able to do with Halo 5 over the last 2 years. Halo Wars 2 just released, and so what we're doing is really seeing where and how the audience engages with it. One of the things with Halo Wars 2 is there's actually a really wide variety of game modes and multiplayer modes, so a lot of different styles of play. So we really want to see how the community plays and what feels like the best foundation to build some esports on, whether it's sort of a grassroots tournament style or a full professional series. And so that's something we'll evaluate over the next few months and start to figure out what is the esports story for Halo Wars 2. Well, we had been thinking about Halo Wars 2 for a while because fans really had been asking for it for a while. It pioneered real-time strategy on the console, so we really wanted to think about how do we deliver on sort of that foundation that was so attractive the first time, but also add to it. So we looked at real-time strategy has changed a lot in the last 9 or 10 years. So what does it mean to come out, number one, on both console and PC at the same time? And also, how do we let people play the strategy game in the way that they want to? So there's not just one way to play. We have a lot of different multiplayer modes and co-op modes so that people can really sort of play the type of strategy they want to. And then we added Blitz mode, which is a completely different card-based strategy mode, sort of faster play, 10 minutes. That's the mode that I tend to play. Because I'm not a deep strategy player, but I do love strategy games and I love card-based games. So I think Blitz mode also added to the formula, so I think we've really sort of widened what it means to be a real-time strategy game. I think what's unique about Blitz mode is it takes its foundation from the real-time strategy, but it adds sort of a faster pace and some of the card game elements. So you basically play with a deck of cards, and rather than doing a lot of tech tree building and a lot of resource management, you're getting the best of strategy play with more action. So it takes the sort of the higher energy play that you get in other types of games and card-based, but really has that same deep strategic element. And how you place your units and when you choose to play cards and even how you build your deck is all very strategic and is just a little bit of a twist on what the original strategy game was built around. It was definitely, we were excited about the idea of a console and a PC simultaneous release and, allowing players who buy on one platform to get it on the other platform as well. Adding PC was an interesting design challenge because you have mouse and keyboard. And so what we tried to do was make, some slight variants to optimize for PC and optimize for console. So when you play on PC, there are things you can do with key binding and with bunching units you can't do on the console, but makes sense there. Jumping around on the mini-map quickly is easy to do on PC and different on console, but then there's also console-specific play. So definitely an interesting challenge to make them both feel great, but I feel like we hit a really good balance between the two. The Halo Wars 1 story was really strong, and we built a set of characters there that we really did want to continue their story. So with Halo Wars 2, we were able to move them up into contemporary Halo universe, so the same timeline as Halo 5. and also add some new characters. And for us, whenever we add new characters to Halo, those are ones we want to be able to use in other places, whether it's in comics, in future games, in the next shooter, in any number of places, because it really is about investing in those characters and their journeys. So, having Atriox and Isabel and the Banished and all of these new characters is exciting for us, because now we're thinking about all the different stories we can tell with them. So I just want to thank all of our Latin America fans out there. Thank you so much for your passion and for talking to us and playing our games. We love you and we love being here, so thank you.